See, Red Nation, what's good? Bulls come out of that thing with a dub, but my God, was that scary. It came down to the last minute again. You saw a good game out of Vooch. You saw a good game out of DeMar, but again, up and down stretches. Up and down stretches. When it came down to it, though, the Bulls come on the winning end of that thing. That's what you want to see. That's what you want to see. Maybe not the way to win it. Maybe not the way you wanted to see that dub go down. But that's what you want to see. Appreciate y'all for tuning in and rocking with us as always, man. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page, man. We do this every single night. Well, every single Bulls game, I should say. We do this every single Bulls game. It's an interesting game, man. And I'll say this. To me, credit Toronto for the way that they played defense down the stretch. I know that the Bulls struggled moving the ball at the end of that game. I know that we had a 19-point lead, but Toronto played a heck of a game to fight their way back into it. And yes, when you look at them, are they a bottom of the barrel team? When you look at them, are they a out of the playoffs team or a fringe playoff team? Yes, they are. But that doesn't mean that they're not a talented team. That doesn't mean they don't have talent on the team. That doesn't mean that they can't do things well. And we saw them do things well. As you look at how this game rolled out, Bulls shot at 55%, while Toronto shot at 48% from the field. Bulls shot 27% from three. Bulls still struggling from the three-point line. Bulls are one of the best teams in the NBA shooting the three ball. As you get the Slash brothers back together tonight, hopefully that'll start moving in the right direction. But the Bulls still struggling from the three-point line, and Toronto shot it decently, 39%, 12 for 31. From the free throw line, they shot 61%. If they hit all of their free throws, we're having a very different conversation by the end of this game. We're having a very different conversation by the end of this game if they knock down all their free throws. Bulls end up winning the rebounding battle and the offensive boards battle. Both teams kept the turnovers relatively low, 13 to 12. Nothing crazy, but timely turnovers. Timely turnovers. You know what I'm saying? Timely turnovers. Toronto did a great job of forcing the ball out of the Bulls' hands. When the Bulls needed to not turn the ball over. Toronto did an excellent job defensively tonight, and I think you got to give them credit on that point. We'd love to hear from you guys as well. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page, man. We do this every single Bulls game. Bulls Live, Bulls Post, 45 people in here, 9 likes, man. Let's hit that like button. Let's get this thing cracking. We also have the phone lines open. Call into the show, 855-908-5668, 855-908-5668. The Contender phone lines are open. The Contender, where you can hear nonstop sports talk while you're on the clock, and where you can also hear the Morning Breeze Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. Tune in and rock with me and P. Kid over there, as well as Ringo and the super producer, Joel Holt. Shout out to y'all for pulling up on that. The thing that I like tonight, and that I've seen the last couple of games, right? Vooch having, again, another game where he's got a double-double, 17, 15, 8 for 11 from the field. The thing that I like from Vooch, I think that they've changed how they wanted him to play these last couple of games, and it's worked in his favor. Let's reestablish Vooch in the post. Vooch is a big man that can shoot the three ball. He's not a three-point shooting big man. The Bulls have made that mistake with a lot of big men in the past. Nikola Mirotic, Lauri Markkanen. These guys are not three-point shooting big men. They're big men that can shoot threes. I like that Vooch going down. I like Vooch when he's shooting threes after he's down in the post, after he's getting the job done through the double team, after he's down there being the big man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like seeing Vooch down low going to work like that, because I think it makes his three-point game better. And here's the thing. Vooch is getting those dunks. Vooch is getting those blow-bys where he's kicking it out the IO on a wide-open shot. He's getting the vision. He's getting the court vision. All of that stuff is coming from him being able to go down in the post, set himself up, make buckets down there, get the scoring up, and then when he's out there for the three, he's still a threat. So you got to close out. That makes him much more dangerous. I like the adjustment there by Billy Donovan. The only issue I saw tonight, and I think it's an issue that, I mean, listen, even Lonzo Ball wasn't able to fix the issue. Even Lonzo Ball wasn't the one who was going to speak up in that moment, and I don't expect Ayo Dosunmu to be. I would like him to, but I don't expect Ayo Dosunmu to be that guy. The Bulls get very iso ball heavy coming down the stretch with Zach LaVine and DeMar DeRozan, which is very typical of today's NBA. Let's not act like they're the only team that does it. Kevin Durant does it. LeBron James. You know what I'm saying? That's the modern NBA. But when you have good point guards on your team, I would like to see Ayo Dosunmu or Lonzo Ball when he's back healthy, or whoever that point guard is, say, hey, listen, calm down, boy. A lot like what Chris Paul does. Calm down. Let's take our time. Let's get ourselves set up. Let's move the ball around. Let's find the open shot. I want to see that. I want to see that. I don't expect Ayo to do that, but I would love to see that from the point guard position there. You know what I'm saying? And Kid's right. Billy's got to say that too. But Billy, I don't know if Billy's saying those things or not. I would assume that if you're going to the sideline, Billy Donovan is not telling them, keep going with the iso ball. Keep going with the thing. I would assume that, but I don't know if Billy's telling them that or not. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be interesting to see Travis T. I understand that he's a rookie. He's just the point guard that's on the floor. I said I'd like to see Lonzo Ball do it. Lonzo doesn't do it. So we want to see more of that. Zach LaVine tonight, 23, 8, and 8 with 1 steal, but down that stretch, couple of bad shots that put you in a bad position. Couple of bad turnovers that put you in a bad position. Those are things that pile up, especially when they all come at the end of the third going into the fourth quarter. And that's how you get on those scoring lulls. Let's go out to the phone lines, man. Appreciate you guys tuning in and rocking with us, man. Call into the show, 855-908-5668. Going out to the 773 to start it off. We got Shay on the line. Shay, what's good?
Vucci is his name. Threes ain't his game.
Woo.
Let's get DeMar and win this game.
Hey, okay, Shay, I'm rocking with you, man. What's going on with you, my boy?
Not much. Happy about the win, but hey, I hate to be a negative Ned, but man, we're gonna have to do something about these losing big leads and all this other bullshit, man. But I'm happy that we won. Hey, but there's one person that you didn't mention, man. Let's give a shout out to Javonte Green tonight. Man, made an All-Star, and Pascal. I don't know if it's Pascal Siakam or All-Star. He shut him down tonight. Made him a
All-Star quality player. All-Star quality player,
and made him have a bad game tonight, man. Shout out to Javonte Green. Believe it or not, when he's and shout out to Ayo Dosunmu, man, having a better plus minus than the whole team, even though he had a struggle game tonight. This was a good, hard-fought survival battle, man. You know, it tonight showed grit and this game really shows the difference when Javonte Green is in the game compared to when he's out of the game. And shout out to Billy Donovan too for recognizing how much a problem it was starting Vucevic from shooting the three as opposed to having him start off the game of going into the post tonight.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I love the contribution Javonte gave. We're seeing how much of a difference it makes with Vooch. Appreciate the call in, Shay, as always, man. We're seeing the contribution that it makes with Vooch down low. Absolutely. You're seeing Vooch down low have some help finally. But and here's the thing, right? There's a lot of people that'll come in here and look at what the Bulls did down the end. Yes, they still won the rebounding battle. Yes, but they changed what they were doing. The Bulls were gang rebounding amazingly in the first half. amazingly. Third quarter kind of started to lax off, still doing some good things, but in that fourth quarter, no gang rebounded, not doing a good job getting down there, not doing a good job. Listen, I understand Vooch is a walking double-double. Even when he plays at his worst, he still gives you 13 rebounds a game, but he still needs help down there. You know what I'm saying? He still needs help down there. He needs that second guy or gang rebounding, like I said, with the team to come down there and absolutely help him get that job done. Because listen, while he's trying to box somebody out, that doesn't mean give free reign to the dude coming from the right side here. And I might wait till, because I don't think they posted Billy Donovan. I was gonna put up Billy Donovan's post-game show, but I don't think they got it up on here on the Twitter right now. So I guess we'll wait to see when they post that. I might look for that on YouTube as well. So we're gonna keep it going with the phones, man. Appreciate y'all for tuning in and rocking with your boy as always, man. Let's go out to the 219. Yo, what's good?
What's good, Pat? It's your boy Jamal, man. How you doing
What's
this
going
evening,
on
bro?
with you, my boy?
Man, look, I gotta come with the Dominique Toretto. Don't matter if you win by inch or a mile, a win is a win.
I'm with you, dog. I'm with you.
So a few things. One, shouts out to Boots. I'm glad that they're getting him working in the paint instead of just doing all these. Like you said, Boots is a big man that can shoot threes. He's not a three-point shooting big man.
Yeah.
So I think having him, work down in the paint opens up the offense and things like that, and it allows people to bring in that double team.
Yeah.
One thing that I think the team has to get better at is cutting and things like that. In that first half, everybody was cutting. Everybody was moving without the ball. The ball was moving, so they were getting easy looks. In that second half, granted, shout out to, give credit to the coach, Nick Nurse, but, the ball got too stagnant, and that's what really allowed them to come back in. I'm an admirer of Golden State. I like that team and everything. One thing that team does, they know they're not big in terms of size. So how they compensate for it is they don't allow the ball to stay stagnant, and they always are cutting and moving without the ball, especially like Curry, but even other guys are moving, and that's what the Bulls have to get into, is moving without the ball. And number two, I'm not shocked that this game came as close as it did. This Toronto Raptors team has been battling hard all year.
Right.
And Nick Nurse, we forget because of what the record is now. He's a championship coach. He's won a championship. Yeah. He's a championship coach. And he did what every championship coach was supposed to do. He went into the locker room in halftime and he made adjustments. He brought out a taller lineup that really gave the Bulls a lot of problems because they had a bunch of tall dudes out there that could just switch on everything.
Yeah.
And that really gave us problems. And it's not even just about our list. As they were switching, we stayed stagnant, and it made them easier for us to get guarded. So those are just some things we got to work on. Keeping Boots in the paint is great, and I'm glad they're going to it. But now with Boots being in the paint and everything, guys have to know, okay, if they come in double team, if my name goes in double team, I got to cut. I got to cut hard because either Boots is going to see me cutting or he's going to see the open man, and that opens the ball up to be moved more. So that's what's causing us to lose a lot of big leads. It's just when we get stagnant into ISO ball and everything like that. So that's all I got to say about it. But, hey, good game. Bucci Man, he did his thing. Javante Green really gave that spark. Because if you notice, and I know you got other calls, but if you notice, when we went on that tail where we couldn't score the ball, the next point we got came from Javante cutting, DeMar driving, and Javante cutting and getting that dunk. So that's what we got to get better on, moving without the ball and setting screens for each other and cutting to the basket or cutting to get wide open shots.
Absolutely. I agree with you. The movement, the stagnantness that this offense sometimes goes through, it is a problem. It is a problem. Great call as always, Maul. Stay safe out there, all right, my guy?
You too. Later.
And that's something that we gotta be you know what I'm saying, that the Bulls over 100 in the chat. Nah. That's something that the Bulls got to be aware of. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why I say I want to see that point guard. I would have loved for it to be Lonzo. I would have loved for it to be Io, whoever it is. That's where I want that point guard to say, let's settle down, let's keep the ball movement going. Let's not go straight to the ISO ball. Or if we go to the ISO ball, let's go to the ISO ball while the ISO ball is working. Because listen, everybody does ISO ball. That's the modern NBA. Brian does ISO ball, Trey does ISO ball, Harden does ISO ball, Durant does ISO ball, Kyrie does ISO ball. Best players in the league, those best scorers in the league do ISO ball. I'm okay with that. But it's about knowing when you can't go to it, right? Steph Curry does ISO ball, and he's on one of the best ball movement teams in the league. But it's about knowing when you can't go to it, knowing when it's not working, and that's the one part that I think the Bulls don't get to. They get into that fourth quarter and they keep pushing, they keep pushing. They're trying to make the ISO work, and it doesn't work. You know what I'm saying? And it gets to a point where, hey, we're making DeMar DeRozan, who, yes, absolutely is dominating most of the time and picking up the ball and knocking it down. We're making him struggle right now. When you see those moments, that's when you need that guy, Billy Donovan or the point guard or whoever it is, to speak up and say, hey, we got to get that ball moving around. We've got to get that defense on its heels. We have to do the things in the first half that we did right now, because those things in the first half are things that worked. Let's keep it going to the phones, man. Appreciate all the call-ins right now, man. Let's go out to the 312. We got Travis on the line. Travis, what's good?
Pump the brakes. How you doing, my brother?
Hey, what's going on with you, man? How you feeling?
Hey, man, Hennessy's still pouring, baby.
Ain't nothing wrong with it. Ain't nothing wrong with it.
Listen, man, I told you in the chat, I said, hey, look here, man. Io was a rookie, man.
Yeah.
He a rookie. He can't sit up here and start talking to the vets like, you know, he's a 20-year veteran. He's a rookie. He gotta pay them dues. So he got to go along to get along, so to speak, even though he playing a good-ass game.
I would agree with that if he wasn't already doing that. You know what I'm saying? When Zach LaVine went on that drive and got that lay and one, Iowa was the first one over there telling them, hey, look, I told you, keep doing that.
Yeah. I mean, again, he still got to pay his dues, though. And the only thing I had to say is that, for the most part, I just enjoy the squad. The veterans is hurt. We got the veteran point guards, Caruso and
Lonzo
Ball. They hurt.
Yeah.
And the only thing it's doing is just making this boy better. To me, Io was the key. You feel me?
Yeah.
Because of the fact that he is filling in, but he's just gonna get better, especially when it comes playoff time.
Yeah.
Now, I would agree with you on the ISO ball. I'm seeing a little bit too much of that. But once again, you know, the vast majority of the boys on the floor, they supposed to be second unit, maybe even third unit players.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
Okay.
So, all things considered, you know, I don't like injuries, but in this particular case, it's timely in that everybody else got to step up. Everybody's playing good minutes. Everybody's developing. When you bring all the other boys back, oh my Lord.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
No,
This is strong. This is a good squad, man.
I agree with you. I agree with you. That it's a good squad. I agree with you that we're relying on a lot of players that we weren't supposed to be relying on this heavy this season. But that's how. And I'm gonna tell you, I'm happy we doing it, because you're seeing them get that run versus real competition versus the number ones, because you never know who's gonna go down in the playoffs, and depth is what makes teams great in the playoffs, man. Travis, I appreciate when you call in all the time, man.
Real fast.
Go
Ain't
ahead
you playing for the playoffs, though?
Are they playing for the play? Yeah.
Ain't you playing for the playoffs?
Oh, yeah.
You preparing for the playoffs, ain't you? You get what I'm saying? So this is like I said, pump the brakes, baby. Peace, brother.
Hey, Travis, I love when you call in, man. I appreciate you tuning in as always, man. Stay safe out there, all right, my boy?
Peace, brother.
Now. Hey, Travis coming through letting you know that anything is possible, baby. Don't mess with him. Shout out to Travis, man. That's one of my hey, we got some callers that have been added to the show lately, man. Travis, Marv. They quickly becoming staples of the show because I'm talking about like when Marv called in, me and Kid, we was just like, man, he called in, he gotta have a clipboard. Because he just be going through the points perfectly, man. Let's keep it going to the phones, man. Call into the show, 855-908-5668, 855-908-5668. The Kontender phone lines are open, man. Let's go out to Steve out in the 323. Steve, what's going on?
Oh, hello?
How you doing, man?
Doing good, man. How you doing today?
I'm all right. Bulls got a dub. That's what matters.
For sure, man. I'm definitely impressed by this game. I wanted to speak on what you were saying earlier as far as like the intensity as far as rebounding and getting to the boards. Early it starts so well, but then late it's like they just struggle to get up against those bigger guys and keep bodying them and running into them all game.
Yeah.
I think that's definitely just something we're going to see change because coach has to notice it like we're noticing it. And if it's happening with teams like, the Raptors, not to say they're a bad team, but they're not one of those top 5-6 teams that we're going to have to worry about. We're going to have to start noticing that we got to get some size in there. And I think that's really just the biggest thing I've been noticing, and I hate to be like beating a dead horse. I'm loving the team. I'm loving the effort. I'm loving the energy. Io's coming in there and making a case for, maybe not rookie of the year, but he's mine.
Yeah.
Again, we got to get some size in there. I'm hoping coach is interested in that because once we do that, I don't see many teams beating us all around the court.
No, I agree. I think that you got to give Vooch some help down low, or at least keep doing what they were doing early. You know what I'm saying? We saw that gang rebounding. We saw the Bulls dominated the rebounding battle, but you couldn't tell by what we saw at the end of the game.
Yeah, it just once they came out of the half and a little bit through the third quarter, guys just start looking tired.
Yeah.
Even on the boards, like I start seeing them go up for boards, and it's like they don't want to go up into the body sometimes. It scared me a little bit. But to see Kobe not getting those minutes and Io getting those minutes, that was a big statement to me. I was like, oh, so they're showing us right now this is what they're intending to do.
Well, you like Kobe better at the point guard. I mean, you like Io better at the point guard. Io is a point guard. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like Kobe better at the 2. He's going to adjust to his role, hopefully, and be able to slide back into what he was giving us before. But you like, you know what I'm saying? Like we knew last year, we know this year now. He ain't a point guard. He's a 2. So appreciate you for calling in as always, Steve, man. Stay safe out there, all right, my boy?
Yeah, boss. Thank you. Man. Have a good day.
And that's you know what I'm saying. I'm not surprised. Like a kid brought up that as well, that Io got starting at point, and Kobe came off of the benches too. Of course he did. Kobe being the starting point guard and being the starting 2 guard in that was literally just because Zach LaVine was out. We've seen Zach LaVine and Kobe White on the floor. It's a lot of 1-and-1. It's a lot of I'm gonna score and then you're gonna score and then you're gonna score and then I'm gonna score and then I'm gonna score. You know what I'm saying? Like and you want to see a point guard out there that, yes, that works, but when you have DeMar on the floor as well, it doesn't work as well. So having Io out there, you have somebody that can handle the ball. You have somebody that you're trying to get prepared to be in those situations to handle the ball in big moments. He's going to be out there for 6 to 8 weeks. It doesn't surprise me at all that Io got the started point guard there. And it doesn't surprise me that Io got the lion's share of the minutes because of the players that are coming off of the bench there. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm bringing in more guys defensively to come in for DeMar DeRozan. I'm not going to put Kobe at the 3. I'm really only replacing Kobe for Zach LaVine when Zach comes out of the game. So let's keep it going, man. Let's head down to Dallas. Y'all already know we got Marv on the line from the 214. Marv, what's going on, brother?
What's going on, Pat?
How you feeling, man? How you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty good, man. Just going to touch on a couple of things.
Let's do it, man.
Good game from the Bulls. You know that tonight. It's always a good game when your callers don't call in talking noise about food chicken.
Facts.
Anytime we don't hear negative comments about Vooch, we win, Pat. You know that? just throwing out some numbers. Did you know Vooch actually almost had a triple-double tonight, 17, 15, and 8.
Yeah.
But you remember I called in earlier this week when we were on that losing streak. I wasn't ever panicking. I told everybody, and I explained to everybody, we had a partial team. We was beat up. Well, we got 2 players back, Javonte Green and Zach LaVine.
Yeah.
And today, they combined for 35 points, 14 rebounds, and 9 assists. 2 players. Also, You get Javonte Green back for who? Pascal Siakam. He was 3 of 12 tonight, and he's been killing it. He only had he was 3 for 12, 12 points. So you look, like I said, and we still ain't at full strength.
Yeah.
Also, you remember I mentioned to you guys about the schedule for the rest of these guys, and I know P. Kid left this show because he knew I was gonna let him know about his Brooklyn boys. They done lost 2 of them first games that I told them was gonna be tough. They lost tonight. They lost last night against the Lakers.
And he said they was gonna win every game, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. You remember that? Well, check this out, Pat. They lost these 2 games at home. Now they go on a 5-game road trip on the West Coast.
Yeah.
First game, Golden State, Phoenix, Sacramento, Utah, Denver. Now, where they going to be? You remember I said about Milwaukee? They lost tonight. They lost to Cleveland.
Yeah.
Remember I told you they had a tough schedule. The only team that I explained to everybody about that I was worried about was who? Miami. And they won tonight. And I knew that. The Bulls are a half game out of first place with a whole lot of decent, winnable games coming up.
Yeah.
San Antonio, Portland, Orlando, Toronto, Indiana. 6 straight games that are winnable. You remember I always say, now they winnable, but we got to win them. Now, I want to end with this, Pat. No, I do not use a clipboard, G. Also, let P. Kid know. I did do public speaking though, but I'm retired. I don't do that no more.
Yeah.
I'm down on my stats. I've always been down on my stats, and I know my stuff. And I try to stay up on it, man.
Hey,
but
Marv.
I just want the fans. And one more thing, Pat. I just want the fans to know, guys, don't panic when something is going on with the Bulls.
Yeah.
Just like tonight. You know why? It ain't the only reason that we beat Toronto, but they didn't have Fred VanVleet.
Yeah.
Injuries happen in this league, man.
Yeah.
And when you don't have your full squad, don't nobody feel sorry for you, man. So and then also, you remember I told you now the All-Star break is on the 20th.
Yep.
Now I just ran off 6 games. Now that's a week. The All-Star break is a week. That's 2 weeks. The games in between that, which they're kind of tough for us, which is Philly, Phoenix, Charlotte, Minnesota, Oklahoma, San Antonio, Sacramento, and Atlanta. We should win 3 of those. If we win these next 5 and 3 of those, that's 8. That's a month gone. The 1 week of the All-Star break makes it a month and 1 week. 1 week after that, Pat, we get Caruso and Alonzo Ball back.
Yeah.
Bulls should be okay, man.
We would hope, man. We would hope. I think they're gonna be able to weather this storm. Like I said, that May schedule gets a little bit tough.
Yes.
But remember not May. I'm sorry. The March schedule, the May schedule. Yeah, the playoffs. The March schedule gets a little bit tough.
Yeah.
But when you get into April, like it's a lot of like a couple games here, tough games, and then you get a couple of easy ones, couple tough ones, couple easy ones. It's not like we got hit with our hard part of the season in the beginning of the year.
That's right. You know, we were kind of fortunate, kind of like Miami and Cleveland. Now, remind you, Cleveland is the one who beat Milwaukee tonight.
Yeah.
So don't sleep on them. And I'm not bringing up Philly, but I want all the fans and you guys to know, don't sleep on Philly.
Yeah.
These guys are good, and they finna get somebody for Simmons.
Yeah.
They're going to be even better. We got 2 more games with them. Now, I'm going to end the call by saying this. I don't write stuff down, Pat. And I ain't doing no more public speaking. But I do like to keep up with my stats. And I don't get too high and I don't get too low.
Hey.
I know when the Bulls lose games. And as far as us blowing leads, guys, I said like I said the other night. I would rather, when the guys call in and start talking about blowing a 28-point lead, we didn't. We blew a 27-point lead and won by 1. It don't matter if you win by 1 or 31.
Yeah.
It's a win or a loss. Have a good show, Pat. Hey, and tell P. Kid, I'm going to get with him. Let him know this West Coast trip coming up. Make sure you look at them games from Brooklyn. Now, Brooklyn is behind us, and Milwaukee is behind us 2 games.
Yeah.
So we just keep pushing. I think we'll be all right.
Hey, appreciate the call as always, Marv. Stay safe out there, all right, man?
All right, buddy.
All
Take
right,
care.
man. Peace. Hey, Marv said, stop stunting on me, man. I ain't putting this on the clipboard. I ain't putting it on no clipboard. I do public speaking, but I ain't putting it on no clipboard. Shout out to Marv, man. What a great caller, man. Let's keep it going to the call-in line. Shout out to y'all for tuning in and rocking with your boy as always, man. Let's go out to Robert Schwartz. Robert Schwartz calling in, man. Robert, what's going on?
Nothing, man. Got a dub.
Got a dub, man.
I agree with you. We were banging in the first half, and we have to do it through all 4 quarters. We can't show them that, we're going to do it one quarter and not the other. And I like how Vucevic is not taking any crap. He's like, okay, meet me in the back. How he was getting...
Hey, that was hilarious. Hey, you want to do it? Let's go to the locker room.
I got 3 names for you for a buyout. Dwight Howard, Paul Millsap, and maybe Kevin Love.
Hey, listen. Well, K Love said he ain't getting bought out. He said he keeping his money. If Dwight Howard get bought out, that's who you go get. That's easy.
Yeah, that's because then you could put Dwight Howard in the center and move Vooch as your power forward.
Yeah.
There's your rebounds.
Yeah, no.
You don't have to work.
If Dwight Howard gets bought out, if there's any chance that Dwight Howard gets bought out, you go get him. Absolutely.
Oh yeah,
100%.
do. And another thing, you're talking about Jim Carwell. I'm agreeing with you 100% because there's an article came out that Jim Carwell loves Justin Fields. He has a plan for him. Now, if this coach is coming to your organization saying that he likes this kid and he wants to surround him with some good pieces, you go get that coach.
Yeah.
I don't give a care how old he is. He worked with Peyton Manning in Indiana. And look at Peyton Manning's a Hall of Famer.
For sure.
I think you should go with Cardwell, but that's just my opinion.
Hey, we're going to see, man. We're going to see. You're going to get the Bears take in and the Bulls take. Shout out to Robert for calling in, man. Appreciate you for calling in as always, Robert. All right, man?
All right. See,
no, Vooch was looking for that. You know what I'm saying? That was crazy. That was hilarious to see. I'm not going to lie to you. When Vooch was just like, hey, just meet me in the back. Just meet me in the back. You know what I'm saying? you want to swing? You know, meet me in the back. No, but the interesting thing to me that I like what both Robert and Marv brought up about how the Bulls have looked down the stretch and how just getting a win in these situations means so much. Like, yes, you struggled, you blew a lead. There's going to be times where you're going to blow leads. But when you don't talk about them the day after, when you win it. I give credit to the Bulls for winning it. I give credit to the Bulls for pulling out the game with a dub. That means a lot. The Clippers just came back on Washington, yesterday? Came back from 35 down? Means a lot. So to me, I look at tonight, are there some things the Bulls need to work on? I'll say this. That is probably one of the best defensive efforts we've seen since we played against Miami. How they were flying to the ball, how they were getting to the ball, how they had their hands active, how they, you know what I'm saying? Everything that they did, that's probably one of the best defensive efforts we've seen since Miami. And so I gotta give credit to the Toronto Raptors for playing a heck of a game. You know what I'm saying? I can't say that the Bulls came out and played bad basketball for 48 minutes tonight. What I can say is that the Bulls came out and an adjustment was made. And while I don't like everything that went into that adjustment on the Bulls side, They did enough to come out with the win. And that means a lot. Let's keep it going to the phones, man. Let's go out to the 404. Yo, what's good?
What's good, Pat? It's Q.
Q, what's happening, man?
You got it. You got it. Another special win.
Another dub, my boy. Another dub.
That we can get. It'll be a little bit of development with him.
Uh-huh.
But he may pop. Jalen Smith with the Phoenix Suns, 6'10" power forward. He just recently started getting playing time with them, and he's been playing really well for them. Right? He was the 10th overall pick a couple of years ago. They didn't extend him his qualifying offer, which means he'll be a free agent at the end of the year.
Right.
They didn't want to pay him. Sarver is notorious for not wanting to pay guys. You can swap Derrick Jones Jr. for him. There goes your power forward right there. And you get a good look at him. And if he pans out, then you can offer him a decent little contract. He won't be a max player or anything like that. Cheap money for Zach. You stay out of the hard cap, dealing with any of the big name free agents like a Jeremy Grant or somebody like that that's going to want money on the back end. Keep the roster flexible from a salary cap standpoint, and you get a young guy to put next to Vooch with P. Will, and then you go from there.
Right.
So I'm looking at that young man as somebody that we can get because Phoenix is cheap, and we can plug him in next to Vooch. Dwight Howard doesn't work next to Vooch because Vooch is not a power forward. Right? And if we really being honest about it, when we get in the playoffs and if we have to play Miami or Brooklyn or anybody like that with that type of front line as your starting lineup, that's going to get ate up defensively.
Well, I mean,
Because
it ain't like Vooch is dominating defensively on the top big men in the game anyway.
Okay, so do you want Vooch at the 4 guarding Kevin Durant?
You can guard whoever though. You know what I'm saying? DeMar plays the 2 guard most times, or Ayo usually guards whoever the best. You know, Ayo was guarding Gary Trent Jr. in the fourth quarter. Gary Trent wasn't a point guard.
But,
you know what I'm saying? Like, it's positionless basketball.
Okay, but with it being positionless, and if you're playing somebody like, I'm looking at Brooklyn, Philadelphia, Milwaukee, Miami, right? I'm just going by what a couple of callers ago said by putting Dwight Howard next to Vooch.
Right.
They're going to hunt those matchups if you put 2 centers out there on the court together. I'm going to hunt that, right?
I mean, you can hunt that, but Dwight's got good enough feet. Like, you're not going to throw the oop over him. Like, Dwight Howard can still play basketball. Dwight Howard is just on the team that absolutely don't fit him.
I'm playing 5 above the 3-point line. Dwight Howard ain't guarding nobody at the 3-point line. Right? The only center in the East that we actually have to worry about is Embiid. That's the only center in the East. Right? Everybody else basically plays 5 above the 3-point line. With the exception of Milwaukee because Giannis drives the ball so much.
Right.
So I wouldn't want, if I'm picking up Dwight Howard's coming off the bench. I'm not putting him in the lineup with Vooch because that's going to get hunted. That's going to be a recipe for disaster. The reason I brought up the kid Smith's name, a high lottery pick. It's kind of in that same position as Kobe's in.
Yeah.
The only difference is Kobe's had some NBA success. This kid is just starting to have some success this year. And if I can steal a lottery pick because you're being cheap for somebody like Derrick Jones Jr. and keep the whole team together, again, I'm thinking about keeping the team together and the salary cap also implications, right? Because they're going to have to re-sign Zach, and he's going to be a max. He's going to be a max. And he might be a super max if he keep playing the way that he plays and he ends up on one of the all-NBA teams. So we got to consider that if we're talking about trading for somebody like a Jeremy Grant or somebody that already is making big money.
Right.
You're going to be hard capped, and if you don't win, you're going to be stuck with that team for the most part until Boots comes off and until DeMar gets into that last year of his deal. So we got to be smart about what we're trading for if we're making a trade. So I'm just looking at somebody that we can get where it allows us to keep the salary cap flexibility going forward to keep the team going for the next 5 to 6 years after we make this deal, if we make a deal. But Dwight Howard, I'm bringing him off the bench if I get him. But I'm looking at that kid from Phoenix.
Definitely an interesting point, man. Definitely somebody to look into. Appreciate the call as always, Q.
Yeah, man.
Appreciate you for tuning in, man. Stay safe out there on them roads, my boy.
Yeah, we out here training this week.
Uh-oh. Don't get hurt, dog.
She been threatening me. She been threatening me.
All right.
We gonna get through it. Y'all have a good one.
Have a good one, bro. Oh man, stay safe out there, dog. I know how training go. Let's go out to Mike Bush out in the 773. Mike, what's going on?
Hello,
Mike. What's good?
What's good?
What's going on with you, man? How you feeling?
I'm good, man. I had a few little points I wanted to get.
Let's do it.
First off, I want to shout out Bucci Man LaFleur. He came to hoop tonight.
For sure.
I like when I see him in the post more. Starting off in the post, then they getting them more touches. I feel like somebody had that talk with him, like, you know, because his hook, if you look at it, when he going to that post hook, he about 60, 70%. So I'm liking what I'm seeing right there. I feel like DeMar, he kind of forced it tonight. I don't know if it was just because he got mad, with them texts, or if it was just like, he playing his old team, so he wants to make a statement. But I feel like he kind of forced it tonight. And Zach, I like what I seen Ayo tell him. It was just like in the fourth, when he goes to the hole, I don't know if he's saving his energy or his legs throughout the game, but like in the fourth quarter, I could see him being, way more just efficient when he's just going to the paint, because they got one or two options. They got to either foul him or they got to double him, because somebody's going to be open every time. So I just wish, they stayed in his ear and, just kept telling him, just go to the hole in the fourth, because, from what I see, he's much more of a threat, when he's not letting the defense settle, or, when he's not settling himself.
No, absolutely. Absolutely. And the one thing I give Ayo credit for, we saw Ayo, we've seen his game change ever since that game against Brad Beal, where he told him just attack. Just like you said, when he's attacking, when he's going hard, when he's making that move without thinking about it, that's when he's at his best.
That's a fact. And then the last thing, I don't hear too many people bring his name up, but man, bro, when I'm watching Troy Brown Jr., to me, I'm not so. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I don't know.
He'll fill in for Derrick Jones till Derrick Jones get back.
You said what?
I said he's a fill in for Derrick Jones until Derrick Jones gets back.
I hear that.
If y'all remember, he wasn't getting no tick when Derrick Jones was playing. He was literally coming in at the end of the game.
Right. And then I think about the playoffs. It's going to be an 8-9 man rotation. He might not play, but this is what I looked at. I don't pay too much attention to this stat, but plus minus, I know it's like a horrible stat.
Yeah.
But I went back in our last 10 games, and 8 out of those 10 games, he got a negative plus minus. And if it's not negative, it's 0.
Yeah.
So with that being said, it's like, I feel like if anybody should be traded or packaged in a trade, I feel like, it should be him. And the last point I want to make is just like, I know he's not getting minutes now, but, I don't know what's been going on with us. If it's a voodoo, if it's a hex, I don't know what it is, but these injuries, you never know. He might have to play a lot of minutes. So in my opinion, I feel like we should, try to do something with him if we do make a trade, because I'm not sold, bro. I ain't gonna lie, I'm not sold.
No,
I'm not
I
sold at
feel you.
all.
I feel you. Like I said, he's playing out of necessity right now. And if you get anything good from not if you get anything good from, I don't think he's that bad of a player. But I think that if you get
Yeah, he's not bad. He got he got defense. It's just offensive. When he shoot, I'm looking to see who's gonna get the rebound. Like that's where I'm at with it. Like,
yeah. No, I feel you. And I understand what you're saying about Troy. But let's remember, he was getting zero tick when Derrick Jones Jr. was healthy. When
that's a
Javante,
fact.
Caruso,
That's a
all of them
fact.
was Troy Brown Jr. was coming in right alongside Marco Simonovic, and you know what I'm saying, like that's who Troy
Mm-hmm.
is. Like he's a good player. He's a nice role player. He's good defense. He probably will be a part of some kind of package if the Bulls were to make a trade. But he's a role guy. He's what's he been in the league 3-4 years? You know what I'm saying? Nice defense. He'll be
Right.
around the league 15 years because of that. Appreciate the call
Right.
as always, man. Stay safe out there, all right, my boy.
For sure. You too.
And I will say I get what he's saying because Troy be getting the ball a lot, and Troy go with a confidence. He's no Denzel Valentine. But Troy do roll with a confidence that like, now I'm gonna take this drive. I'll say this: he's ready when the ball comes out his way. And here's the thing, right? Like a lot of what we look at with Vooch is predicated on those guys that are standing out there as well. Vooch is kicking it out to the corner to Troy Brown. Troy Brown hits that mug off the front of the rim. Like that's a lot of and even with Io, his assist numbers being down in the last couple of games, a lot of misses from them. So let's keep it going. Let's go out to the 385. Cornelius on the line. Cornelius, what's good, my boy?
What's good? What's good, Pat, man?
How you
Another
feeling, man?
C-Red dub.
Another dub in the building, man. That's all we can hope for.
Man, that's all we can hope for, man. But yeah, man, what everybody else is saying and what I'm looking at, because I'm looking at the NBA from a whole, man. Like, yeah, we got to make a move. AK need to make a move to get us a big body up in there. What I'm looking at look like Miami is just to make a move to get C Woods. It looked like Philly fit to try to make a move, a package move to get Dame up over there.
Yeah.
So we gotta make something happen. I know AK go make something happen, but we gotta make something happen, you know. And I'm really looking at the big names so we could be able to compete with these guys, man. I'm really looking like, you know what I'm saying, Sabonis would be the best pick for us, man. I know all these other things and all that, but I feel like if we bring in some Sabonis to match up with Vooch, man, it'd be on, you know. So you know, I don't want to keep you up, man.
If you could find a way to get him in there, dog, yeah, I'm with you.
I'm telling you. I know AK got some magic. I know AK could work some magic with it.
Hey,
you know what I
AK be
mean?
pulling off some
You know, I
stuff
feel like
nobody know about.
he got that first round pick. Did we lose? I don't think we lost that first round pick. I don't think they took that one away from us,
we
right?
still got
So I
the
think we
Portland
still
pick.
got that.
Yeah.
So yeah, we can use that in the package with Troy Brown, Kobe. You know what I'm saying? And let's see what can happen, man. Let's see, you know what I'm saying? Let's see if they bite on it,
Yeah.
you know? And I just want to say one more thing. We all know what today is. Just want to say RIP to the GOAT, my GOAT, Kobe Bryant, his daughter Gigi, everybody that lost their life that day.
Facts.
Rest in peace to all of them. And man, can you imagine, man? He could have been a Bull that one time. You know what I'm saying? When he was tripping about being, you know what I'm saying, traded and all that.
Hey, that's
Man,
the exact reason.
I still think about that sometimes, man. Kobe Bryant in the Bulls jersey, man. But yeah, man, much love to you. You know I love you, man.
Hey,
love your show.
Appreciate
always,
you.
Man.
Appreciate you, bro. Stay safe
Absolutely.
out there. Hey, Kobe Bryant almost being a Bull is the exact reason why I never overvalue a player. It's the exact reason why I never overvalue a player. I love Luol Deng. Luol Deng is one of the Bulls greats of one of my favorite teams in Bulls history because it's one of the teams I grew up watching. But listen, you trade Lou. You trade everybody you had to trade to get Kobe in the building. Wouldn't nobody have been left? You figure it out from there. You got Kobe in the building. You can figure it out from there. Hey, we appreciate y'all for tuning in and rocking with us, man. As always, man, appreciate all the people who called into the show. Appreciate all the people who have been commenting in the chat. We see you over there. The chat is always lit. Shout out to y'all, man. If you haven't done so, man, hit that like button, subscribe to the page. We do this every single Bulls game. Next Bulls game is Friday versus the San Antonio Spurs at 7:30. We'll be live for that as well. Also, hit that like button and tune in for the Morning Breeze. We've been live Monday through Friday. We're slowly growing that audience over there. I know some people are actually just waking up just to watch us, but also if you're an early morning riser, if you're a person that's up early in the mornings, man, tune in to the Morning Breeze Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. as we get ready for the show tomorrow. We're going to be breaking down, of course, some more Bears talk, of course, some more Bulls talk, things like that. So we appreciate y'all for tuning in and rocking with us as always. And we get a little more national stuff over there, man. Make sure you guys follow your boy on Twitter at Pat the Designer. Tweet me on Twitter at Pat the Designer, man. Also, check us out over at the WC The Breeze. Actually, I got to change that. It's the WC Breeze. I got that backwards. But tweet us over there, man. Chop it up with us. Or if you want to join the Breeze super fans, you can also join the Discord as well. Or if you are a super fan and you're not in the Discord, jump in the Discord. Join the Breeze super fans, man. You get the custom emojis that you see. I don't know if Vern is in here, but I think Vern is the first person that got like the badges next to your name change colors. I think for Vern is the first person that got his badge to a different color. So appreciate y'all for tuning in. You get access to the Discord early merch drops, man. As always, it's your boy Pat the Designer back at it again. Bulls get another dub, Chicago. Y'all stay safe out there.